Looks can be deceiving. Here's why function matters more than topography, especially when we're looking at skill building. Hi, I'm Dr. Megan, and I guide people in growing, learning, and cultivating connection and curiosity. When we're focusing on building skills, it's easy to focus on the topography. For example, a child does a new motor action or engages in a certain verbal response. That's what the behavior looks like. But it doesn't tell us whether or not the child understands why they're engaging in that response and that they're doing it for the reasons, the function that the response typically would be occurring. This is where the understanding of function becomes critical. When we're looking at why a response is occurring and we teach children to engage in responses based on the why, or we're assessing and we're looking at the why if something's not happening skill acquisition wise, we're diving in on why is this skill not occurring, we have a better understanding and can develop better interventions for the child. And research shows when we focus on this why, focus on understanding why this is happening or why it's not happening, we're going to create more long-lasting, effective behavior change. In skill acquisition, if we're only focusing on the topography, then we don't know if the child is performing the response based on a faulty stimulus control or a chain that we've developed where they're responding to something in the environment, but not the functionally meaningful cue that they should be responding to. So when they're in naturalistic settings, the response won't actually occur. And then it's more difficult to acquire new responses that are related to those responses. In future videos, we'll talk about how we can focus more on that function, the why behind a response, and helping teach learners to engage in responses based on function instead of topography to create that long-lasting, meaningful skill acquisition for them. Focusing on the topography shows us how the learner is engaging in a response, but focusing on the function gets us to that why, that meaningful learning that can happen for our clients. Let's focus on teaching with a purpose. If this idea of focusing on function over topography, especially when it comes to skill acquisition, resonates with you, give me a follow and comment below if there's any behaviors you're thinking about where you've maybe been over-focused on the topography and you need to start diving in on making sure your clients are learning it from a function standpoint.